You may notice that this is not our normal podcast setup. That's because the band that we have as a guest today has volunteered their time to help us try out this web chat version. So let's give a warm welcome to Drowning Violet. Hey, everybody. Let's go ahead and start with what your name is and what your job in the band is.
So we're Drowning Violet. My name's Alicia. I am vocals.
I'm Adam, and I'm the drummer.
Awesome.
I'm the guitar player.
Yeah. And we have a mysterious bass player.
Yeah.
A mysterious bass player.
We have to inflate him.
Yeah.
Is it not an official member of the band, or?
He's a question mark right now.
Right.
Oh. Okay. What type of music does Drowning Violet make? What style, genre, you know?
We are original hard rock. I would say some of our stuff is maybe medium rock. So we're like medium hard rock.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to put it.
A couple lighter songs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How did you all become a band? I'm sure there's an origin story somewhere along the lines here. How did you all meet, get together?
The origin was I had a band with a former singer. She had some personal issues, so she could no longer do it. And then I found Alicia, and we trucked along and went through a couple members. Didn't quite work out with them. They weren't as driven as we were.
Right.
So she's been a consistent member since, and Adam came along a couple months ago, and I'm real happy I found him. He's a perfect match for us. So that's pretty much the story of how we came about.
And how long has the band been together?
It's been like, since we started, it's been like probably 3 years. But it's been like off and on, I would say.
Yeah, we had big breaks. After losing members, we took like time where we didn't play for like months.
Yeah.
Right.
With tears in our eyes.
With tears in your eyes.
Yeah.
You guys had mentioned on, I believe it was your Facebook page, that you were going to be possibly doing some EP work. So what's going on with that? How long are we looking at for EP coming out?
Well, yeah, so we're actually finishing up the EP, so it's almost done. So hopefully that'll be in the works soon. And it's something we've been trying to put out music for a long time, so it's actually pretty exciting that we'll have something for people to listen to online. So that's something to look forward to. I would say like maybe like within the next month and a half, month and a half, maybe we'll have it out. It'll be either 4 or 5 songs. We're in between right now, so
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Will you be doing a physical release as well, or is it just going to be all digital?
I don't know that we've discussed that yet. So far, I have planned for it to be on streaming platforms.
Right.
Possibly, I feel like maybe we'll have some hard copies, but
I'd like to have some hard copies to hand out at shows.
Exactly.
Because there's always people at shows that want to grab something from a merch table, and why not give them some music?
Right.
You tell people a website and they just never get around to checking it out. But if they had it in their hand, there's more of a chance they might slip it in. So
that's fair.
I'd like the band to have an album or some sort of record that you can play with like a needle, like we used to do.
Vinyl is coming back. I'm just saying. A lot of bands are making vinyls. Yeah, the last guest we had is talking about doing vinyl records too and selling them on his website.
It'd be a good personal souvenir too, because playing with great musicians such as these in the room, and I'm sure as yourself. But coming into the band, I know I had big shoes to fill just based on the sound of and the talent of each musician here. So look forward to a lot of awesome stuff, because it's like nothing you've ever heard. People ask, "Oh, who do you sound like? Who do you sound like?" I'm like, we sound like us. Like you can pin us in a certain category, but you can't really nail us down, which I think is pretty cool, because everything just works, and I think it's awesome.
Hey, that's fine, man. I mean, I don't know who you would sound like, or I don't even really ask the question, who do you sound like? But I would ask, what is your inspiration behind it? Like, what music in your personal life inspires you to write what you're writing now?
I feel like you're probably the best at answering far as our
right.
guitar worker.
I've done a lot of the arrangements of the songs, a lot of the writing, and growing up, I was very influenced by bands like Tool, where there's a lot of dynamic changes with a lot of energy, energy and excitement, and dip into some moody stuff. I've been influenced by that style. So a lot of that comes out in the playing. But Alicia listens to Britney Spears.
Yeah, that's actually my first karaoke CD.
Yeah.
So first karaoke CD, actually. So yes. Accurate. Yeah.
Who produced or is producing the EP that you're working with?
You're talking about the recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, who tracks, records, mix, masters?
I have a friend named Will Franklin. He's a phenomenal bass player, and he's actually he's a pretty polished guy doing some studio work. He's a really brainy guy. So he
is that the question mark guy?
No. He bass with me in the past to fill in because since I was born, I've had problems trying to keep a bass player. So he's actually a really good bass player. So he's stepped in and played a couple shows prior to Alicia joining.
What's it called? Franklin Productions?
Yeah,
I forget what you said it. Was.
I don't know. No. But yeah, he's a really good guy, and he jumped in and helped out a couple times. But he has a lot of projects. He would never become a permanent member. So.
And he's local to Pittsburgh as well. Yeah.
Well, if you message me a link to him, I can put it in the description of the video, just in case somebody does want to use it. A lot of people work over the internet now, so stems are easy to transfer back and forth. Dropbox is a thing. So I'll leave a link if you can send me one. Yeah. If that sounds good to you. Will you guys be, or obviously you'll be doing shows, but are you looking to go outside of Pittsburgh for shows?
To play with your band?
You can play with our band, sure.
Yeah, we are. So I'm actually. I live about 3.5 hours from where we practice, so I make the journey out.
It's quite a trip, yeah.
It's quite a while. I live in like central PA, so I actually want to try and get us in somewhere out there, so that because I have a lot of people near me that would also like to come out and see us in a show. So I definitely want to like head that direction as well. But yeah, I would definitely like to get us outside of just Pittsburgh in that scene, because I think that we've played a little bit in the Pittsburgh area, but like I'd also like our music to get elsewhere as well. So besides just our streaming stuff, but us also get out there as a band.
And also a lot of venues in Pittsburgh are shutting down, and there's hardly anywhere to play in Pittsburgh anymore.
Right,
so
yeah.
You have to branch out just to get some shows.
Newark, Delaware's got quite a few places you can check out. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's closer to me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it works out. There's this nice little bit of like the tri-states that does like a little circuit up there. I live further south in Delaware. It takes me about 2 hours to get to Newark. But I'm there quite often because of what I do and all that. All right.
Well, Adam has a nice, reliable car, so we'll ride in his car.
Yeah.
You might need a van or something to carry out all the drum kit and stuff.
True.
Band
Trailer.
Yeah, get the trailer, hook it to the car. Will you guys be doing a lot of social media, like music videos, or are they in the works, or?
Yeah, we definitely want to head in that direction of getting more things on our social media as well. Because I do think that I would like more than just like the immediate area of us playing shows, of that just being our base. I would like to branch out as well so that we can get it online and have people be able to access our music as well. And I think music videos are a great way to do that. Very capturing. So I would definitely like to expand our social media. So
if I might make a suggestion, the videos are great. Shorts are doing really, really well.
Yeah.
I like shorts.
TikTok allows you to do, I think, upwards of 10 minutes now. So you can literally make a music video for TikTok exclusively and have that advertised. Where my band is actually kind of going through the struggles with TikTok right now, because you submit for an artist account and then it takes 30 days to get approved. It's been 60 days and we haven't heard anything. So it could take some time. But that I kind of do believe is the way that things are going nowadays. YouTube, obviously. TikTok, obviously. Facebook hasn't really been doing too well for us. I don't know how it is for you guys. But videos on Facebook, they just go into the void. Nobody pays attention.
Yeah. I feel that for me, and not necessarily like band-wise, but for TikTok, I feel like it's easier to capture somebody's attention if the video is smaller, because the way TikTok's algorithm actually works is they will, like, if somebody doesn't watch your full video, it actually counts against you.
Yes.
So,
true.
Yeah. So like shorter things seem to do better on TikTok.
Yeah, I've been making just like little bits of the chorus and recording them through. I have put, I think one of our songs, Trials and Triumphs, it's got a full video on there. It did rather well, but not great.
Yeah.
But I mean, it adds to the count of people looking at it, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I didn't intend on this to be a very long one. I do just want to test this out, and I appreciate you guys being here. I do have a question for kind of like the whole band for people just starting out. If you have any advice for people that are literally just starting out and maybe formed their first band, someone young, someone new, what advice would each of you give to someone that's just coming into this kind of sphere?
Yeah. So my advice to them would be, don't give up. A lot of a huge part of what we do and what we look forward to doing is getting out on the scene, developing that grit, developing the perseverance to, okay, you're tired one night, but guess what? You got a show to do. Or, hey, you got a show to do. Let's practice some more, and here we go. Let's get ready for that stuff. So just keep doing what you got to do and stay strong and develop that grit and determination to do what it takes to do what we want to do.
Very good. I like that.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I would say probably, I think push past getting yourself to like actually put your music out there, because I think could be a big thing that, I mean, at least I struggled with, where I feel like sometimes I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. So I feel like pushing past that is something initially that can be hard to do. Not knowing how it's going to be received and that sort of thing. But that's what I would probably say advice-wise.
I'd say always have beer in the fridge on practice nights. You're never going to make it. By the way, Alicia's not 9 feet tall. She's sitting on Adam's drum throne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gathered that much, yeah. I think everybody else will figure that part out, too.
That was our big marketability factor, is our singer's 9 feet tall.
You're going to have to get a big box and stand on it. So, well, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for taking the time and volunteering to be the first for this web chat version. Any final words or where to find you, or what's the best way to connect with you, I guess?
Yeah, so you can follow us. We're on Facebook and Instagram under Drowning Violet, so you can find us there. That'll be where any list of our shows, and we'll also talk about our EP release as well on there. So any of that information will be able to be found there.
Anybody else?
Ditto.
Okay. All right. Well, as for the Recall the Moment stuff, we post this podcast once a month, and we have a new music video coming out at the end of March. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. And peace and love, y'all.